I'm going to turn this up. All right, guys, first of all, I just wanted to welcome you in. So glad that you guys are here. My name is Mel. If I am new to you, I have been doing this for over 20 years now. I've been in the health and fitness field for over 20 years, and I've had quite an interesting journey to get up to this place, and I will kind of tell you a little bit about that. But just so you know, I'm a personal trainer for, like I said, over 20 years. I have been an exercise coordinator. I've taught every single class there is. I have a background in hormones, NLP, and I am a fitness nutrition specialist and a weight loss and maintenance specialist. So those are some of my bigger things. I went to school for human biology, exercise science, and now I am here running my own business as a single mom, and I've been doing this full-time for two and a half years now. So right when the pandemic started, that is when I decided I'm going to start a business, and that's what I've done. So that is what brings me here. How long is this one? In between 60 minutes and 90 minutes. Yesterday, it was about an hour and 20 minutes, but that's with all the craziness going on. So there was a lot of like, how do I share things? It was just a little bit all over the place. So I don't expect this one to be that long. I want to get in and get out and really just make sure that I have get you guys all the information. So I am going to get started, share my screen. Who is ready, you guys? I know it's a little bit smaller. Like I said, we had some mix-ups before. Depends on what else is going on. Absolutely, I totally get that. So let me know if you guys are started, if you're excited to hear about the energetics of releasing weight. This is going to be the third pillar in my program. So I'm really, really excited because this is actually, I'm going to say it's the first time I'm presenting. I guess technically it's the second time because of yesterday, but I'm still going to consider it the first time. So yes, I am ready. I'm ready and always excited to learn from you, Mel. Awesome. I love it. Let's get into it. Let's share this screen. It has been working, so I'm hoping it will continue to work. And I don't think I'll be able to see myself. I think that's how it goes. Oh, no, I can see myself. All right. So we're going to just pull some things up and we are going to get started. Although everything is not where I wanted it to be, that's fine. I'm going to pull this up here. Hopefully with all of this, I'll still be able to see when people are coming in. Yeah. Participants can now see your screen. Awesome. All right. I just wanted to get bigger. Okay, perfect. Love it, guys. All right, guys, we are here. You are here. If you wanted to learn a little bit more about the energetics of releasing weight, this is basically how to release weight and align energetically with your dream body. Dream meaning, now this is an acronym. I don't want anyone thinking like, oh, dream body, perfect body. No, 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 no. This is your dream body. So what that stands for is disciplined rituals, empowered beliefs, aligned action, and metabolically ignited. So we want to get to this place so that you feel expansive, abundant, and at ease on your transformational journey inside and out. And that's what I'm all about, is having a transformation. I value transformation more than almost anything. Well, I value freedom more than anything. Hence, I work for myself and I'm going to be moving to Hawaii. But yes, transformation is one of my most important values, and you'll understand why when I kind of talk about my story for a little bit. But if you're here, you know, just the name of this title, I would assume that you are also very value oriented around transformation, not the quick fixes. So I want to know this. I think this is really important. I do want to know, roll call, is this for you? Are you in the right place? So is this you? You've been trying to release weight for a while now, but you're feeling stuck. You've tried everything and you're frustrated because you haven't gotten the results that you want or that you expect based on your efforts. Something is missing, but once you find that piece, you are ready 1000% to invest in yourself with radical responsibility and action, because that's what I'm here to give you. I'm here to give you specific steps that are unique to you, right? Not to everyone else. That will never, ever work. All the fads, all the blood type diets, all this, all that, this is specifically to you. You are done wasting your time. You're just done wasting time. You're done wasting energy on these cookie cutter strategies involving restriction, guilt. You are tired of the quick fixes and the broken promises to yourself, right? And I feel like most of us have been there. We say we're going to do something over and over again, and at some point you just stop. You don't trust yourself anymore. We are going to really talk about that trust today. You desire to get clarity and confidence on action steps that you must master to uncover your unique rhythm, alignment, and activation code. And I want to emphasize unique rhythm and alignment, right? It's unique to you. Right? That is what we want to really figure out, the underlining stuff and unique to you. You want to energetically align with your dream body. We talked about the acronym there, to feel expansive, abundant, and at ease. You understand on a soul level that the unwanted weight is a symptom of something deeper underlining that's blocking you. And you desire to embark on a deeper transformational experience. You want to get to the root cause of the unwanted weight, and you want to release it forever. And again, that's another key thing that I really want to emphasize is the forever part of this. A lot of those strategies out there are not going to get you to a place that it's forever. They want to get you the results and then you fend for yourself. But as you will get through this, you'll understand all the reasons why people put on the weight back on. And I don't want that for you. Just so you can see. It doesn't let me stick up there. Sorry, people are trying to get in still. So why is this important to you right now? So that's what it says right now. So you can see it. Because I really want to make sure that this is something that's going to work for you right now, right? It doesn't matter if it's, I give you all the information and give it to you. If you're not in that place where you are really ready, like this is now or never, and why, then we're wasting our time. And I don't want you to waste this time. I don't think you're wasting your time because I think this information is critical, not just for the physical transformation, but I share a lot of testimonials about the inside. I actually got one 2 days ago about one of my clients who is actually in the hospital, and I'm not going to give away her information, but she told me that the inside stuff, the mindset stuff, everything that she learned on this was like the most incredible transformation. And she was messaging me during this circumstance. I was very, very humbled that she was reaching out to me during that time. So you want to release unwanted weight, increase your energy, and improve health longevity overall. But you don't want to compromise your results, right? What's the point if you're not actually going to get results? You don't want to compromise your sanity, your business, or you don't want to go into an obsession, anxiety, or scarcity mode, right? You value your overall well-being and want a solution, right? You want a solution that is aligned, that's relaxed and fun, right? You want something that's just going to make things feel easier rather than harder. And most importantly, you want something that's going to be authentic to who you are meant to be. You want to release weight in a way that's meant for you. I have someone who's trying to get in for some reason. They can't, oh no. You are a person of unwavering integrity. So if you're here, I believe you're a person of unwavering integrity because you care not only about your own personal growth, but you also really care about making an impact. So you care about yourself and the people around you, right? As a role model. So you value walking the walk, embodying your highest version. You are motivated by tapping out your potential, right? You are motivated by tapping out your potential, deeply knowing yourself, and you're not just looking to make a quick fix with your looks, but feeling desirable is definitely added bonus. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, most people want to feel healthier, have more energy, and all that other great stuff. But, you know, I would be lying if most of us didn't want to look better, feel desirable, because when you feel good, look good, you swap. The better you, if you're feeling like that you're looking your best, you're probably going to treat yourself better too, right? You look for a solution that allows you to show up fully and authentically and creates an impact or an epic transformation, because your highest value is transformation. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. You desire expansion for yourself and the people around you, your loved ones, and your clients. So if this is you, if this resonates, if this connects with you, then girl, you are in the right place. This is what we're going to be talking about. Deep down, you want to have it all. You want to have that sexy body. You want to be confident in your skin. You want to have deep, authentic, and passionate relationships. You want to make a real difference in the world. You are motivated by impact, legacy, and not just looking the part and having quick fixes. You want to be about it. Be about it, girl. And that being said, you are searching for a solution that allows you to find, again, your own unique rhythm, right? You want something that's going to transform you and reaches you at your core. So this is what we really, really want to get to. We want to get to a place where you are in your highest version, where you're not feeling burnt out, where you're not feeling overwhelmed, and where you're not ignoring your intuition anymore, right? That's where that trust comes from. And you don't want to invest your efforts into something that won't be worth it. You don't want to be one of those cautionary tales of someone who lost the weight either in an unhealthy weight or out of alignment, just to gain all the weight back plus some. You want a sustainable and clear plan and a freedom-filled lifestyle. So again, it really comes down to you being a person of integrity. You're ready to do the real work. You want to make an impact. You want to be the person. You want to walk the walk. You want to be your best version, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. And it's really, really important for that real, epic, deep, meaningful transformation. This is for you. This is why this is so important, because it's not about the pounds, it's about the person you need to become, you want to become to reach those results. If you end up coming to the class late, I definitely suggest starting from the beginning, just in case you can get a real deep understanding of if this is right for you. So I want to say, you've been wondering, how do I know what to eat? What kind of workouts are most effective? In other words, can I do this and not feel restrictive, not feel resentful, or spend hours in the gym doing exercises that I really don't like and have it be sustainable and get the results I desire? Can you have it all, right? Can I actually create this dream body, disciplined rituals, empowered beliefs, aligned action, and metabolically ignited with more ease, joy, and consistency, and keep the weight off forever? So we want it to be easy, joyful, consistent, and something you can do and will do forever, becoming the 3%, because most people put that weight back on. And I'm going to tell you why as we go through this. Oh, before we go any further, I just want to be really transparent. At the end of this, I do have an offer. So, and there's no pressure to purchase anything, but if you do feel like, okay, I want more steps, I want to be in a container, I want to work with Mel one-on-one, I do have some options. So I do have an offer. If you've ever wanted to work with me before, or you've seen me before, right now I do have the the best value I've ever offered, and it's very limited, and then it's just going to go back to what it used to be, and it won't ever be this low again. And this isn't a salesy thing. I just really wanted to test it out, just to see how people responded to this little bit lower pricing. And I think that's going to be good until Sunday or Monday. I'll have to go see what I have. I might add a day because we lost a day. So that is going to be at the end, just so you know. So I want to keep going. I just don't want you to be surprised. That's my son. He's leaving the house right now. He's actually, yesterday was his last day of school. He is graduating on Sunday, just throwing that out there. So I'm super, super excited and very sad actually too, because, I'm going to be an empty nester. So Have you been wondering, how the hell do people stay consistent to do this long term? How do they have that? What do they have that I don't, right? And I always like to give the hint, it's not motivation and it's not genetics. It's not motivation and it's not genetics. So those are not the excuses. We're gonna bypass those. So here's a nice little picture of me. I wanted to just kind of tell you just a smidgen about my story, because I think it's really important to go, how did I come to here? What does energetics have to do with this? Like, how did I come to this point? So, like I said in the very beginning, I have been doing this for it's 21 years now. I have to keep refreshing the fact that I'm actually getting older. So I've been doing this for 21 years. I started off, I had a very crazy upbringing. So my father left before I was born, and I was in foster care for a while. I was abused as a child, sexually, physically, emotionally. I started a drinking problem when I was 12. And, let's just say things weren't rosy. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was homeless on and off for, from the time I was younger until my early 20s, till I was 20. And I even had a stint in jail. Like, I had a pretty tumultuous, I struggled with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder. So I'm not coming here saying that I'm perfect. I went through the gamut. And when I first got introduced to fitness, that was really my first step into kind of regaining my power, giving myself an identity. Before then, I was just kind of floundering around, didn't really feel like I was enough. I didn't really have people to lean on, and fitness was my thing. And that's how I really got into it. I started to get into shape. But the thing is, it only took me so far. So when I say, it's more than just exercise and diet, that's what I'm saying. Like, it gave me energy. It had helped bring me up a level, but that wasn't enough. And so from that fitness point, I actually got introduced to, the hormone whisperer, and he's a doctor, and he introduced me to the ideas of the female cycle and how it affects how our nutrition is, our exercise. I really deep dived into that and found out even more. I realized that our metabolisms actually change, how many calories we should eat, how we should work out, and how that changes week to week, and how it changes our ability to recover, how intense we can work out, basically how we adhere to things, right? The thing about having a cycle is there's going to be, if you actually require more food some weeks and you try to do the same routine, 1 week it's going to feel pretty easy and you're going to feel really good about yourself. You're like, I'm staying within calories, I'm eating healthy, working out, all that. And you're going to be like, yes. And then the next week you might feel down, lazy, exhausted, and not being able to put in the effort, all of those things. And if you don't realize that it's the ebb and flow, and you don't know how to correct things, that can not only hinder your ability to adhere, it's going to affect your motivation, and it's going to make you as a woman probably feel kind of guilty, because you're going to think, do I have a character flaw, right? But if you can get a hold of that. And so that's what I completely changed my workout routine to honor my body, my flow, in line with the moon, right? In line with my hormones. And in this way, I was able to create a strategy that, one, had the exact concepts and principles you need to actually help boost your metabolism. And I was able to line it up directly with the female cycle. And even if you're not someone who's cycling anymore, the same cycle works to help you keep your metabolism up. So there, we're helping you with your hormones, helping with adherence, helping with results, and just honoring yourself to make that easier right there. So that's the first insight that really helped me. And that's when I created the Ultimate Feminine formula. Right. And so I started my business, and this was just a little part-time thing I was doing on the side. I was just doing this with my own personal clients in the studio. And then we come to this, and this is when I started to, I told you about my past. And the reason I told you about that is you hear this all the time. It's mindset, right? It's the mindset that really is the deterrent, the thing that's sabotaging you. And so I flew out to San Diego to do an event for this business I wanted to create, this part-time thing, and I wanted to go full-time. And that's when I was introduced to this guy in Australia who's into NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which is basically working with the subconscious. If you follow me long enough, you know I'm very into helping clients get to the root cause of things. And so in here, he helped me release limiting beliefs that were actually sabotaging me and releasing unresolved negative emotions that were bubbling up and really affecting my ability to be happy, to be productive, and getting rid of the parts conflict. So all of the mental mindset stuff, I was finally able to clear because I was walking around feeling one way, trying to be this other version, but in my head, I had this bully, right? And so that is where the empowerment. So I took actually, went and did these programs and learned all about that. And now, I could, like I help myself, I help my clients really clear all that out. It's like a clear slate. Let's start this journey with a clear slate, right? And so that is, the second part of my journey. And then we get to here. So I don't know if you guys have noticed or saw, but I shared my brand story like a month or so ago on my page. And I was talking about how I did start my business and I was doing really well, and I manifested the exact amount I wanted to make, which was more than 3 times more. It's probably 3.5, 4 times more than I've ever made in my life. My fitness was really good. I was kind of on top of the world. And I actually I decided to hire a coach, and it was the biggest investment of my life. It was like $15,000. And the reason why I tell you this is because this is really, my own life is really how I dictate how I help my clients, right? And so I was in this mindset where I was in hustle mode, and I was working really hard. I was working 12, 15 hours. I'm a single mom, and I was doing the work of a team, like a 6-7 figure team. Like I was doing all this work. I wasn't sleeping. I was getting really stressed out, and I just felt burnt out, and not just burnt out, like I was starting to get depression again. I wasn't sleeping. My hair fell out. Like, honestly, like my hair fell out in clumps, and it was because there was so much pressure. I wasn't listening to my intuition. I wasn't exercising and eating the way I had been. I was so focused on like being successful and making this work. And I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you have been there, where you start to put your business, your wealth before your health. And that is what I got into, because I'm like, I have to keep, moving up. I have to be successful. And that's when I don't know if I'd call it a breakdown, but I ended up deciding to follow my intuition. I did a tarot card reading. I always say this because I've never done it before. And it told me, and I knew it was going to tell me this, like my intuition told me that this is exactly what it was going to say, but it said, you need to step into your feminine energy. 2022 is going to be all about feminine energy, and you're going to lean back. You need to trust your intuition. And that's the thing. Like I started getting into my masculine energy that my body was rejecting it. And everything that I had healed, because I've done a water fast for 30 days in Costa Rica, and I healed so much stuff. And I noticed everything was starting to bubble up. Everything, you guys. I mean, I lost my hair. This is a wig. I'm just putting that out there. I want to be really transparent. Like it was not good. And once I got that tarot card reading, I made a huge, scary decision to not quit my business, but kind of. Like I did not take on any clients. I wasn't putting myself under pressure, and I committed myself. This is when I actually ran into human design. It was just like out of nowhere, like tarot card reading, take a seat back, feminine energy, human design. And I got into that, and I learned about my energy and my strategy and all of that stuff. And it started making so much sense, you guys. And so I did take about 6 months off, and now here I am. Here I am. And what happened was I started to feel so much better. I lost the 10 pounds that I had gained. I actually brought in a couple of clients that I made like $12,000 in like 3 days, and I wasn't launching, I wasn't doing anything. People were coming to me, and it was the exact amount I needed to actually take this 6 months off. And so I took this 6 months off, and I just regulated my nervous system, and I've learned all this new stuff. And now that's where I am with you guys. And I've brought these 3 things in, and I want to tell you a little bit more about the nutrition part, or the weight loss part of this, because man, I've had such a huge aha in the last 6 months. Now, just to preface this breakdown, this burnout, this major fatigue, when I was allowing my business to all of a sudden take over my life and my health, was in the middle of 2021. So we're going on a good year that I've kind of stepped away. I just let go my $15,000 coach. And I, just kind of walked away and said, you know what, my health is the most important part, and I'm going to get this fixed. And it was the best thing I did. So that kind of brings us here today, where, yesterday was my first day back and my first real launch. It did not go the way I thought, but the huge lesson is, again, and I made a post about it yesterday, it's so incredible how I responded in the situation, and just how I felt. I was so blown away with how much it did not affect me. I wasn't stressing. I wasn't crying. I wasn't having any kind of breakdowns. I laughed it off. I said, that's interesting. Just the way everything changed. And so that's what I want to share with you guys, because not only can your energetics kind of guide you into your unique rhythm, the way you're meant to be in this world, so that you can release weight in a way that is best for you. But then once you do that, everything else falls into place. Your energy expands, but time is more abundant, and how you show up is more abundant, and you get to have this ease, right? When you're in flow, right? When you're in flow at work, you can be in flow in your life, with your body, with your health. And that's what I want to talk about. So let me know if you are ready. Say it with me. I'm ready. I want to know that you guys are there, because I can't see. I guess I could undo this. I don't know if anyone's got their videos. I don't think anyone's got their videos on, which is fine. Amanda does. Oh, you can say hi to Amanda. Amanda is my actually support coach. She's gone through the program 3 times, and she's epic. She has quite an interesting story that we're going to talk about for a second near the end, but literally epicness is right here in the room with us. She knows this program almost inside and out, almost as well as I do. But let me know if you guys are ready. Yes, I can see. Okay. So we are going to talk about the energetic components of releasing weight. So some of the things I want to talk about with you guys today is human design. So we are going to be talking about human design, and a little bit up past that, we're going to talk about your exercise strategy, your nutrition. So little keys and tidbits that you can get from your own chart. I go deeper into this, and I can go deeper into this with clients. I'll even help you read your chart, because it goes bigger than just exercise and nutrition, right? Like I said, if your house is a mess, that means you're a mess. So we want to figure out that if you're not a mess, weight is really just a symptom, right? It's a symptom of things not being in alignment. It really does come down to that. And I'm going to explain how that is in a moment. But we're going to talk about deconditioning. We're going to talk about, how you make decisions and boundaries based off of your inner authority. This is, again, going to help put you in alignment so you're at ease, you're more abundant, you have more fun on this process, because you can't do that if you're not in alignment. And we're going to talk a little bit about grounding, which I really enjoy. So the first thing we are going to talk about is we're going to talk about your energy, your strategy, and how that is going to affect, and how it should affect your how you exercise, right? And then we're also going to be talking about your arrows. And the specific arrow we're going to be talking about is right up here. So your very top left arrow is the one that I want you guys to take notice of. And that's what we're going to talk about more for your nutrition. So I'm going to, let's see, I don't know which one is next. Let's see. I'm going to make this smaller because I actually want to jump over. Hopefully this isn't too messy, but I wanted to not have to redo all of my slides. There we go. Oh, good. This is working pretty good. You guys, it's working. Okay. Look at how surprised I am. So I took a couple little snippets from one of my trainings in the Ultimate Feminine Weight Loss Formula. Like I said, we go through quite a bit, but this is just a little tidbit, just because I wanted to give you guys some tangible stuff, right? So embodying your energetics. So conditioning and trauma. I'm just wanting to kind of briefly go over what is conditioning, because I said deconditioning is one of the areas that we want to talk about. So objection. You know what? We are too busy doing without contemplating, right? We're doing. We're not really thinking about what we're doing. We're kind of like in reaction mode. We as a society are in our minds all the time, and we're overthinking. We're distracted. We're conditioned rather than cultivating that patience, that trust. That trust is really like your trusting your intuition. That is going to be my superpower is intuition and wellness. And that is really like where I thrive based on my human design. So it just blows my mind that it's like, you know, this is what I do. And my human design said, this is what you're going to do. Everything just lines up so perfectly. So we turn to others for answers and guidance, and we ignore our own inner authority and intuition. The answers are inside of all of us. So basically what I'm going to be doing for this portion of this is explaining how the answers are inside of you. And if you keep turning outside, you're going to always be out of alignment. And that is always going to make this more difficult and stressful and cause resistance. And like, it's going to be very hard for you to keep lose the weight, but more importantly, keep the weight off in a way that feels good. So everyone who's walking around saying, you know, diets are toxic and this and that, they're doing it wrong. They're trying to do it for someone else. It doesn't mean you stop eating healthy and you don't move anymore, because that's also going against your inner authority. So what is human design? In case you're a little bit new to it, I'd like to just preface this. It's basically the logical system that brings together principles of ancient sciences and modern sciences. It's the quantum and quantum physics. So your human design chart is calculated using your birth date, time, place to reveal your genetic design. So if you don't have your stuff, let me know afterwards in the group, and I will share a link where you can get this stuff. But you know, take some notes because it'll be super helpful to you. I want to quick see. Yep, people are ready. Good. Just making sure. Okay, it shows you where and how to access your body's consciousness, which is not in your mind. That's a big thing I want you guys to realize. This is not in your mind. We're all walking around in our heads. And this is where a lot of no, you don't want to just let go of this, because the ego is in here, and the ego can be very, very important. You can actually help. The ego can actually help you if you learn how to harness that power. And I talk about the rules of the mind in my program, but if you learn how to harness that power, it can actually help you. So it's not all bad. But how do you access your body's consciousness as a decision-making tool, and ultimately how to live as your highest, truest self? Human design maps offer or are a manual or a map that indicates how you are unique as a person and guides you in living in a manner that is in sync with who you are. Now, the more you get into this, the more you start to go, this is kind of accurate, but I do want you to realize this is a little bit of an experiment. But what I have found is that I've gotten so much reassurance and really learned to re-tap into my intuition based on everything: diet, exercise, how I interact, how I connect, my path, and it really has released so much resistance the quickest way possible. When we live in alignment with our true nature, we begin to experience levels of comfort and acceptance in who we are instead of chasing who we are not. And we are able to live our real purpose in the world. Again, all of this is so, so important when it comes to living in alignment. And living in alignment means doing those things that are in your best interest, your highest version. So if you are not following it in a path where you're really taking care of yourself physically too, you're not in alignment. You're just not. You can say that, you can fool, you might be able to fool other people, but you can't fool your inner guidance. Like there will be resistance and it will keep you, holding on to excess weight, because remember, it's a symptom. So, I kind of talk about the 3 pillars of tough, which is metabolism, energetic embodiment. Here I just have embodiment, and then empowerment. But I just wanted to kind of go over this. What is energetic embodiment? Well, when you start to live by your design, no one else's, and embody your genetics, your purpose, and your strategy, and that includes diet and exercise, and you will experience greater ease, flow, and harmony in your overall life. So again, this isn't just about one area. It has to encompass everything. We are one. We are one, right? Intuitive eating, moving, and being will become a reality as resistance falls away. So I just wanted to quick show this. So we're going to be talking about the different energy types. I wanted to show you this. This is, again, if you have your chart, this arrow, so take note. You can always come back to this too, but this is the arrow we're going to be talking about. These are going to be your defined or undefined. And like this is where your superpowers are going to be, and that will kind of help you figure out where you are more likely to have conditioning in your life, and we'll talk about that. So, but we're not going to talk about each person's conditioning because that's a little bit more, but we're going to really focus on the diet, exercise portions of it and what conditioning is. So following your inner authority when making decisions. So do you guys know what your inner authority is? So I am splenic. So I'm over here. This is my inner authority. Basically, I have instinct. Like I just follow my instinct, and it's usually verbal, right? So if you are a sacral being, maybe it's sacral. I think it's sacral. Now that I'm trying to remember, yeah, it's sacral. Wait, where is mine? I actually have mine up. I don't know. I'm having like a brain fart here. That's right. Yes, it is sacral. I'm like spleen. Spleen is my superpower. I was getting a mix up. Spleen is my superpower. That's where intuition and health and wellness and instincts and all of that stuff are lied. And I have the most gates in there. So that is my superpower, but I am a sacral inner authority, which basically means like if you're asking yourself questions, if you can go uh-huh or mm-mm, and you can answer them quickly, that's how you can really get a good connection with that sacral inner authority, right? The ones I really know about are the sacral, and then there is the solar plexus, which is more emotional. I know that one because that's my son. He is inner authority. He's solar plexus, which means he's emotional, which means he'll get that little bit of oomph right away, because any kind of generator, anyone who has a generator energy, sacral energy, if you're defined, you'll get that instinct. But if you are solar plexus, if that's what your inner authority is, or your emotional authority, you are going to still want to take a day, you want to sleep on it, because you're going to be like this. I know Amanda is this, our co-captain here, she's like this. So the big thing with that is that you're almost always only going to be about 70 or 80% sure. And you're probably going to either need more, but if you feel like, okay, I'm 70%, 80% sure on this, then you can take action. So just a very little blip about what kind of Crystal, your superpower explained to. That makes sense, Crystal, you're a doctor, right? Right. And so I do find that a lot of times doctors that's their superpower also. So Very, very cool. But we're not going to get into that too much. If you want more information on that, I can always write a post, or I mean, obviously we talk a lot about that in the group. So we are going to dive into more for what you guys are here for, specifically exercise and nutrition and getting your specifics, right? This is what you came here for. So a lot of you are going to be manifestors or generators or manifesting generators. So with this, you guys, I will do my best to kind of give you a little more of an overview, but exercise theme. So basically, the exercise is really, really important to you because you have more energy. You're a sacral being. Sacral is basically where the life force energy comes from. You have so much energy, which is epic when you love something and it's in alignment and you can get it all done. But if it's not in alignment, you will get burnt out. You'll get frustrated. It's not good. And sometimes you don't know when to say no. So when it comes to exercise, to get energy flow, that is why you exercise. It helps move the energy. You have so much energy because the sacral is defined. Exercise will aid in creating and pushing out energy. So especially if you're someone who's been focusing on your business and you have not been getting exercise on a daily basis, exercise on a daily basis will help your business. It's going to create flow. It's going to help you with creativity. It's going to help you be more magnetic. It's going to help you feel better. You're going to have better just flow in life, in exercise, energy, and your business, right? So just realizing, that what this is going to help you do, it's going to help you feel less frustrated. When it comes to generators or manifesting generators, is that your energy, you actually need to use it all up at the end of the day. Otherwise, you're going to be frustrated, right? And when you start feeling frustrated, you're going to start getting that resistance and you are going to be up here and it's going to go, I have to do more work to feel satisfied. I have to work harder to feel satisfied, but it's not working harder or doing more that is keeping you frustrated. It's the fact that you are not expending your energy, and busy work doesn't count. You have to be satisfied, and working out will help you release that frustration, help you feel satisfied, and then you won't be in that cycle of trying to feel satisfied by doing more work, if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense to you. So yes, exercise on a daily basis to expel energy daily, super, super important for you. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. So things like, so when it comes with the generator and manifesting generator, jogging, biking, HIIT, you basically power the world and you have that energy. So you are, if anyone's going to be doing some more intense workouts, this type is really going to thrive with higher intensity. And it, like I said, it's important for you to use up all of your energy. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time sleeping. So you want to use up that energy. You want to work it out. You want to get it moving. And high intensity doesn't mean high impact, right? So just so you know that. Every once in a while, I'm popping this up to see. I needed to hear that. Awesome. Good, 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 good. So that is the generator. Super important. Get that movement going. It's only going to help you feel more in alignment, help you feel more satisfied, which is going to be a cycle of allowing you to be in alignment. Again, I'm going to come back to alignment because people are always like, aligned action. I'm going to take aligned action. What does that mean? And if you already know what that means, I'm not being like snooty or anything. That's just like how my mind goes. Like, what are you talking about? Especially before I really started to understand the energetics, I was like, okay, I want to be aligned, but like, really, what does that mean? This is how I would describe being alignment. If you're a generator and you're feeling frustrated, it's literally a signal that you are not in alignment. And to get into alignment means you need to work out because you need to move that energy so you're not feeling frustrated. Then you're going to feel satisfied, which is going to bring you into alignment. And when you're in alignment, then the weight will come off. Then you'll have that balance. Then you'll be able to hear your intuition and it will guide you to your unique rhythm, your unique plan, your specific code, how you are supposed to live. This isn't about anyone else. Again, if you're a different energy type, you're going to have a different tool, right? Hopefully, if you guys are still with me, and let me know if you're enjoying this so far. I want to talk about diet and exercise just when it comes to generators and manifesting generators. So you can use your yes or no sway test. So I kind of talk about that if you have sacral energy, the what, when, how, intuitive knowing, this will bring awareness to your weight loss strategy So you'll be able to ask yourself and your intuition will just say yes or no, right? Like you can ask yourself a yes or no question and you'll get a ping pretty instantly, right? So sacral energy is consistent energy, but it requires consistent calories, right? So you need that consistent calories so that you can stay in alignment. I know if I'm one of those people who like, I'm okay. And then if I don't have enough food, I'm good. And then all of a sudden I'm a demon. There's no like, I can go without food for a good amount of time, but as soon as I hit that spot where I can't, all bets are off. I transform. So you need consistent calories. Generator manifestors also has a little bit more of an ebb and flow. So there's a baseline. I mean, they have a little bit of, so it's not crazy. It's not like a manifestor. I think it's a manifestor who one day you'll eat very little and snacks, and then the next day you'll have giant meals. But here there's a little ebb and flow. And so you'll just notice one day you'll eat more and the next day you'll eat a little less. But again, alignment will help you determine that, right? So there's the little bit of difference between the two. So all about the state of internally when you are eating. So you want to make sure that if you're eating when you're feeling frustrated, you're going to put on weight because you're out of alignment. You guys, again, alignment. There's a few things that go into alignment and I will talk about them a little bit. I can't go so deep because we only have so much time. This is literally like a 12-week program. So I'm trying to condense some of this. I mean, the whole thing isn't, but a chunk of it is. So when you are frustrated, you're more likely to put on weight because you're not eating while you're in alignment. If you're in alignment, you're not going to make those same food choices. So satisfaction, that's the word I want you to think of as a generator or manifesting generator. You want to feel satisfied. Do the things that help you feel satisfied and you'll be at a healthy weight. Alignment. So the other thing I want you to take note of is you might get caught up in that flow state. So again, you have a lot of energy. So if you're feeling passionate about something, you have the energy and you could very well eat right through meals, eat through breakfast, or like not eat, like go right through things without it because you're passionate, you have the energy, blah, blah, blah. You're in flow state. Awesome. But the thing is you might forget to eat. And this is going to cause unhealthy eating patterns like binging or making poor decisions. So you'll want to make intentional eating breaks. And I also say, you know, if you're this type, like it's good to have like healthy snacks already prepared so you don't have to break your flow, right? Because again, a lot of you guys are entrepreneurs, right? You work for yourself. It can be easy to kind of just create your own rules, but you want to be in alignment, and this is going to make life so much easier. All right, let's go into projectors. We're going to talk a little bit more about arrows right after this. So these will be a little bit quicker. So projectors, exercise theme, careful, mindful around exercise and energy sensitive beings. So you also need to move every single day, right? You need to move every single day, but you're not really great at gauging energy levels. So you want to make sure not to push yourself too hard. And you also want to be very aware of where you are energy-wise. You want to pay attention because if you hit a wall because you're not paying attention, you push yourself too hard, you'll just be done for the day. Like your whole day will be shot. So you want to do exercise that is like about 70-ish% capacity. You don't want to go in 100%. And you want to make sure you're, again, watching your energy. So recoup that energy before the next set, take lots of breaks, especially if you're doing HIIT. You want to do like more intense stuff for like 30 seconds and then take a whole like 90 seconds of downtime. So you just want to make sure you have more rest, more intention. You want to listen to your energy. Energy is your boss. Keep checking in so you don't go into a deficit. I'm a projector if I recall correctly. Awesome. So yes, keep really stay focused on this. This continues to be an incredibly fascinating topic. The more you start, there's so many layers to it too, you guys. Like this is just like a little piece of it, even when it comes to diet and exercise. Like this just a small piece. So that's the projector exercise. When it comes to diet and digestion, when in alignment, it is a more soft energy So you're a projector. When you are actually in alignment, you have a more softer feminine energy, which, really invites people to come to you. You're inviting, you have a soft energy. So when you are in alignment, you're more of a grazer energy and lighter foods. Like you can really gravitate towards that. But if you are out of alignment, and for a lot of people in the world, they've lived their whole life out of alignment. They've lived their whole life out of alignment. So striving to grasp, striving and grasping, creating urgency around it. You'll associate food with comfort, control, and urgency. And then you're more likely to turn to heavy and dense foods and more likely to overeat. So when you're in alignment, you're the exact opposite of what you are when you're out of alignment. So light energy, grazing, light foods, and then you also turn to this urgency, grasping, heavy, control, comfort, overeating. So again, being in alignment is a huge part of your ability to adhere. And again, being in alignment, not just an energy thing, but also understanding the female hormones and understanding that flow too. So everything kind of comes together, layers in. Once you figure it out, you find your flow. It's really incredible. Exercise theme for a reflector. So reflector, there's only like 1 or 2% of people that are reflectors, but we'll go over it briefly, just in case one happens to stumble through. These are non-energy beings. You do need to move your body every day just to help you reset your energy, because you're taking on everyone else's crap and you'll kind of carry it around. So you got to move just to kind of flush it out. You'll rarely be called to do any kind of high intensity interval work, which that's what HIIT is. You're probably going to gravitate a little bit more to walking, biking, dancing, and then weights, but with like extra rest and sets. Okay, so it's going to be like you'll still do weights. You just want to give yourself time in between to recoup. For diet and digestion, you want to be open and aware of your energy, because again, you are a non-energy. So you absorb and you reflect, you mirror what's going on around you. So for when it comes to food, you want to allow that openness and not be consumed with the digestion. So you want to really have that lightness. You want to be very aware of where you're eating, who you're eating around, because that is going to affect your digestion. So being in a calm energy, a light energy around people that you trust, that is how. And if you're not feeling light, that's a signal that you need to adjust, that you need to change your surroundings. That's going to be really huge for you. Enjoy environments, and you have freedom and flexibility. All right. So again, reflectors, they don't have that on their own. All right. So then we're going to go into the arrows. So this is going to, again, we're going to go into this a little bit more. Remember, this is an experiment. So take it with, you want to kind of try it out, but I want to talk a little bit more about the arrows specifically. So when it comes to digestion and just how you digest, if your arrow is pointing to the left, you're going to feel more free when you have consistency. Like routine is actually going to make you feel more free, because you're going to be, and I joke about this is me, you're going to be more of a set it, forget it, right? You're going to want to know when things are happening. You want to have it set up. You might do better at eating similar things every day. You might do better with meal prepping, scheduling, having a grocery list, having set times of when you're going to eat. You may need more calories when you are in alignment. You may eat more when you are out of alignment, or you're going to need less calories. I think it's supposed to say less calories, and more when you're out of alignment. So otherwise you might gain weight. And here it just says, and I think I mentioned this before, but manifestors and manifesting generators and left are crazy important to have food, healthy snacks prepared. Important to not break that energy flow. So again, if you're working for yourself, keep those snacks around. Sometimes just having conversations with my clients, I know what they are just based off of like the self-sabotaging patterns that they get into. I can go, okay, you must be this because this is going on. Pointing right. So if your top left arrow is pointing right, you're going to be more spontaneous. So fluidity and variety are going to be really important for you. You're going to gravitate more to that. Having pre-planned meals and services, that's not going to be something that you're going to necessarily gravitate to. You're going to probably thrive on allowing yourself to go to the grocery store a couple times a week instead of trying to plan for the whole week, but going a couple times as you're creating those meals. You want to listen in moments to what you want in the flow. So instead of like me, who's left pointing, and I want to have like pretty similar breakfast, pretty similar lunches, and then I switch it up a little bit for dinner, you're going to be a little bit different. You might want to give yourself that freedom in the moment. I would say having some kind of consistency, so having things to go to, just so you're not totally out of it, and you have, some consistency, but then realizing every day is going to be a little different, even how much you eat, what you're craving. So allow that. And intermittent fasting might actually work for you. So, for me, it won't, but if yours is pointing right, you might actually do pretty well with that. Meal delivery services might be helpful. Like having people bring food to you. Just be careful of what kind of food it is. I'm definitely a self-sabotager, and I have been working on this. Yeah, so that's something I also I also do in the program, where we actually work with the subconscious, because a lot of times, our subconscious is the thing that is going to be sabotaging us. And usually the subconscious is not, I don't think I want to leave this site. I think, I don't want to do that. Pull this back up. All right, so that was the arrows. So very specifically exercise and diet. So I want to kind of go into, we have about 30 more minutes. I don't know if it's going to take that long, but just so that's kind of the overview of your diet, exercise, and how it might be different, and how you're going to best thrive when creating a routine. So let's open this bad boy back up so we can all read and see, and we'll move on. So the number one cause of burnout during weight loss is conditioning around the way we have been taught to get results. So, just kind of taking consideration, conditioning means like the things that have been imprinted on us that are not coming from our intuition. They're not coming from our inner authority. When we are in our minds, and a lot of times in our minds, but even more so, the habits and those beliefs that we hold that we are not aware of. That's the hardest part, you guys, because the biggest thing is the things that we're not necessarily aware of, because they're in our subconscious. And a lot of those things started to collect when we were before 7. They can still collect, like you can create beliefs and blah, 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 but the things you're unaware of are usually in your subconscious that were just imprinted on you in like before you're even aware or understand or be able to give it a real meaning. So that is what, that's what conditioning is. And so what we want to do is get to a place where we can decondition. And decondition means getting rid of all of the junk that society says. So right now there's this movement, like this anti-diet. And again, it depends on how, like the meaning you apply to it. I think diet, it just means, how do I eat? How do I eat, right? That's my diet. But it's got this stigma of like, oh, a diet is restrictive, a diet is toxic, a diet is punishment, a diet means I'm not enough. Only if you give it that meaning, right? And so deconditioning is the process of removing all of that stuff that isn't authentic to you. Because your authentic self, your highest version, wants to eat healthy. It wants to move. Like that is how you're going to be in your best version. So anything that's causing you to not want to do these things is conditioned, and you want to be able to remove that. This is how you're going to be in alignment, because if what you want in here is going to move you towards this goal, right? You're moving towards this goal. But if you have a belief, or you're not working with what you really, really want, and you have this goal, you're going to be trying to move this way, and you're going to be pulled this way, or you're going to be pulled this way. And not only are you going to have this resistance. Oops, someone's trying to get in here. Hold on. Whoop. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Maybe I can move this one. There we go. Move it back there. All right. So even if you guys, the big thing is that when it comes to deconditioning, it's going to allow you to save your energy, because anytime your belief and your actions and your, let's just say your soul, we'll call the energy like the soul part of you. Anytime you have a goal that's over here and there's any part of you that's not helping you move towards that goal, because if all of you is moving towards that goal, it'd be easy, right? If everything was moving in one direction. So let's say you're moving a piece of furniture, couch, I don't know. I'm just trying to make an example. Let's say you're trying to move a couch. What if one person is pushing and the other person's pulling, right? What if you guys are going in two different directions? That there's going to be a lot more resistance. It's going to be a lot more easy. It's going to be a lot more relaxing if you're all going in the same direction, right? And so that's what we want, because you might have this goal of losing 20 or 30 pounds, but there's a belief in here that says something else that was conditioned. It's a conditional belief that was put in there and you won't even be aware of it, but it keeps sabotaging you, right? So that's just the idea, that we want to make sure that we get rid of those energy leaks, those conditioned beliefs and thoughts and energy that are keeping us from moving towards our goal. And there can be a lot of different things. So installing new beliefs around how success gets to work for us, right? This is how we prevent this. It's not supposed to say preventing weight loss. It's supposed to, that's not. We want to prevent the burnout, right? We want to actually have the weight loss. Following only what feels good. Again, when you remove the conditioning and you have a strategy that's in line with what is best for you, whether it's the human design, the energies, the feminine cycle, like really figuring out what is going to work best for you. And then it's going to feel good, because you're no longer resisting. You're no longer going to have that resistance, right? So also throwing out old rules and creating new ones that are unique to us. Wouldn't it feel freaking fantastic if you could just let go of all the things that just feel icky, like intuitive, you go, I don't like this. This doesn't feel right to me. What if you could let that go? And then all of a sudden the process got easier. But it really does take being able to trust yourself, which a lot of us don't do because we haven't been following our intuition. We've been following, the society's conditioning, right? And we don't maybe trust ourselves because we haven't followed through, because we have these sabotaging, limiting beliefs that are energy leaks that are pulling us in the wrong direction, even though our goal is this way, it's kind of pulling us this way. So there's no longer that ease there. Not tolerating stress no matter what, because this is a decision, you guys. I bring this up because I know so many people that are so wrapped up in their work and the shoulds and the conditioning, and they're so ignoring what they need, and that stress that puts you into fight or flight. And so when you're put into fight or flight, you're going to go into your subconscious, and guess what? Subconsciously, that's where all the bad habits are stored. That's where all the conditioning is stored. You can have a strategy. A lot of strategies will work part-time, right? As long as you're in somewhat of a calorie deficit. Yes, people say, oh, when you add calories, some people lose weight. Okay, if you just pull that out of context, that sounds great, but in reality, that's not what's really happening. Yes, you can do things like, I call them diet breaks, which we plop right into your plan from the very beginning. The diet break, what is going to allow you to do is rev up your metabolism, keep your hormones where they need to be. So we incorporate those diet breaks very intentionally from the beginning all the way into the end, and then through the exit strategy, which is the diet after the diet. So when you do those diet breaks, sometimes it's enough to kind of give your body that, right? It helps you not have so much stress, because just being in a calorie deficit is going to increase stress. So it's going to produce more cortisol. So it allows to ease that up. And sometimes you need to ease that up because you're so restrictive that your body kind of gets real efficient. So you take a couple weeks off and your body re-regulates and you might lose weight. And I would say if you're losing weight, keep doing the diet break. And then when you come back, you can up it again to get out of that plateau. But the same thing is you want to release that weight or that stress so that you can stay out of that fight or flight. So you can be present, so you can be connected with your intuition. Because this is, and again, everyone's intuition works a little bit differently. That's something that we talk about more in the program. You can always look it up. But that intuition, how yours works, when you rebuild that connection with it, that is when you can start to release the stress, and vice versa. You release the stress. And I actually had a whole program on this. I haven't like redone it and like put it into the Kajabi yet, but I'm planning on doing it. So I did a beta launch of this whole stress releasing program. It's pretty awesome, but I'll talk to you guys about that later, like not in this masterclass, obviously. So this is the step that's going to help keep you from burning out and help you continue to lose the weight, right? So like I said, and if you guys are joining live, we started at an hour ago. You can always go back now that there are slides, which I'm so happy about. So the number one reason people are unsuccessful with permanent weight loss is because they are tricked into focusing on those quick fixes and the symptoms rather than the underlying root cause. So if you're really, really focused on weight loss and you're just doing diet and exercise and you're not getting the underlying causes, and I have some of them here. So it's metabolism. If you're not taking care of your metabolism during the process, and then especially after the process, if you lose weight, you are priming your body to put on fat. And so once you're done with the weight loss portion, if you don't have a plan afterwards, you're going to put that weight back on plus some. And that's a big part of it. Another root cause is that feminine cycle. If you don't understand how your metabolism actually changes week to week, how your exercise, it's going to be very hard to maintain and adhere. And you're not going to understand how to bring that into life after you're done dieting. It's like, what do you do afterwards when you don't have a weight loss goal, if that's the thing that was motivating you? Disempowering beliefs is another root cause. Again, those disempowering beliefs and self-sabotaging patterns, a lot of those are going to lie in your subconscious. So you might not be aware of them. You might not understand, why do I keep on binging, or why do I say I'm gonna reach a goal and then I quit, a couple days later? Why do I do this? Why, right? Like you know what you should be doing, but even though you might not know what you should be doing because it might not energetically even align with who you are and your unique rhythm. But even so, it's those subconscious, that's the empowerment part of this. So the top few are the metabolism. The second couple are the empowerment parts that, you want to make sure that you're releasing and installing empowering beliefs that are actually going to help you reach your goal, that are moving you forward. So again, you want your biology, you want your physical body, you want your mental, and you want your energy all moving in the same direction. So you're not having the energy leaks. This is how you release weight in a permanent way, in a meaningful way. So you have transformation. That transformation isn't just the body, it is internal, right? This is the transformation we want to bring we don't want to go around. I don't want to go around. This is what's wrong with the industry right now. I don't want to go around demonizing diet and exercise. That is just throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Baby out with the water. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't believe that is the solution. I believe people are going backwards, and what they're doing is they're giving themselves limiting beliefs. They're going against their alignment. Their body does not want that. They are programming themselves. They're going into things and they're being told what they think they want to hear because it's easier. But what the real answer is this stuff. It's this right here. So the other root cause is, again, living out of alignment. So if your energy type says you need to work out every day and you're only working out a couple times, or if your energy type says you need to chill with your workouts and really pay attention, or if you're eating in a way that's completely out of alignment with your energy, then, or, you're doing one thing to get a reaction, but it's really making you feel this way and it's causing this cycle. Living out of alignment means there's resistance. Alignment means everything's moving in the same direction. It's like it's like being on the lazy river, man. My favorite. You know, those roller coasters that everyone else loves when they go, you know, they go and there's like roller coasters, like, woohoo, I'm a lazy river girl. So I'm just like, I just want to plop my butt down. I want it to be easy. I want to go with the flow. I don't want to swim upstream. I don't want to do this just because everyone else is going on a roller coaster. I'm just going to go on the lazy river and I'm just going to let it take me and I'm going to enjoy the ride. And I don't care what anyone else thinks. But Mel, you're at a theme park. You should be riding this roller coaster. You should be, you know, intermittent fasting and then overeating and then feeling guilty and then reeling it back. I'm kind of going a little crazy here. As you can see, my energy, this is what I'm passionate about. So I have a little bit more energy. So I'll bring it back just a little bit. But you know what I mean? Like, you want to be living in alignment. And this is the part what we're talking about today, is the energetics, right? The metabolism, the empowerment, and the energetics. You need all three of these. And then stress is the last one. And I'm actually going to give you a little tip. First of all, if you're living in alignment and you understand your rhythms, that's going to take care of a lot of stuff. It's going to take care of a lot of stuff, like for real. But one thing this is my tip. So write this down. I don't know if you know about this, but grounding is amazing. This is one of my biggest reasons why I am looking into moving into Hawaii. I don't know why I said it that way. Hawaii. You're supposed to say it a certain way. Hawaii. I don't know. So I think it's a V. But I was looking up like all the things you need to know before you move to Hawaii, because there's rules, which I'm not a rule follower. So I'm like, this will be a good learning experience for me because I don't do well with rules. And if a whole state has rules, but I want to live somewhere, because right now I live in the frozen tundra. It's actually the frozen tundra, you guys. I know some of you guys are from all over, but grounding. I want to move to Hawaii so I can every day. This has been my dream. Absolutely. Thanks, Amanda. It is my dream to every day get up, and it's so simple, but I'm all about rhythm. So I'll talk about this more. I talk about this more in the program, but I'm all about rhythms and nature and like finding your flow. Like, that is literally my life's purpose. That is literally my brand. That is literally my message. Like, all of these things align, and it's all about the rhythm. It's all about with the universe. And so grounding is my main goal, is every day getting up, putting my feet in the ground, because what it does is it actually releases stress, right? It helps release the stress, so like going out in nature, like so many people feel that's like relaxing and de-stressing, but really what it is, it's the grounding. It's taking your shoes off, getting your feet in there. It helps with inflammation. So it helps with disease. It helps with stress. And it's something you want to do every single day. Literally. And so if you don't live somewhere where you can ground every day, and I'm so thankful that it's finally getting warm enough where you can, there is grounding mats, I believe, but man, to move to Hawaii, put my feet in the ground, sell off all my things, like just have this clean energy, just nothing holding me back, right? That ease, that flow. So that's my stress tip. That's one of my number one tips, is to really help with that. If you're someone who's stressed out, have that plugged up energy, amazing. So that's the main energetic part, but I want to kind of tell you how we put this all together. So are you ready to learn the framework to release weight with clarity, ease, energy, and confidence? Let me know if you're ready, guys, because I want to dive a little bit deeper. I want to really explain. I love this stuff so much. This stuff is life changing, you guys, life changing. I have so many clients who are like, my life changed within a month. Like, I have people messaging me going, this like changed everything, even just the mindset stuff, and where people are going in their lives, how they are feeling about themselves, about their bodies. Epic. I'm so excited to bring this to you. So here's these are my 3 pillars. This is, I told you about my story in the beginning and how I came about each of these insights when it comes to weight loss, and really feminine weight loss specifically. And it comes down to empowerment, metabolism and energetics. And we really talked about the energetics, obviously just the tip of the iceberg, guys. So freaking interesting. But here's how I see it. These are the things you want. So when you figure out your metabolism, you are going to create a lot more clarity because it's the step-by-step, like this is what you do, this is when you do it, this is how you get here. This is going to really create a transformation of your physical body clarity. And when you figure this out, you're going to have more energy. When you work out the way you need to be working out, you're going to have more motivation and you're going to feel more ease because, again, everyone's strategy has a very specific way that they should be working out. The metabolism in and of itself, I really like to talk about the female cycle because it goes so hand in hand with being able to increase your metabolism, because that is what's going to allow you to lose the weight while eating more. Because again, that's a huge problem that people have, is they try to restrict too much. You want to have patience and trust and ebb and flow, right? We're going down the lazy river. We're going to go with the flow, get that ease, and you're going to create more energy, which is more flow, more abundance. It just is going to spill over, you guys. So here is that feminine cycle part that goes along with it, and the strategy after the exit strategy, the diet after the diet. Again, most people, this is when they actually just put on the weight right back on, and more so because they haven't taken care of their metabolism and they are primed to put on weight. And then we have the empowerment, which we talked about just briefly. Empowerment, again, is going to be that mindset stuff. This is where you're going to feel confident. This is where you're going to become the version that you need to be to do the thing, to have the result. So when you change your mind and you install empowering beliefs and remove the negative stuff. So here, this is where I would clear out all the unresolved negative emotions, like a clear slate with the clients. This is where we'd figure out, we dive in and go, okay, self-sabotage. Where is this coming from? What kind of parts conflicts do you have? And we can remove them. Because again, parts conflicts means you have two values. And again, there's that resistance, like part of you wants to, go get the workout in, and part of you wants to go sit on the couch. That's an actual internal value struggle. When you can figure that out and get them into alignment, and you can do that through the processes, the NLP and other things like that, you're going to have, again, a mental transformation. You're going to feel confident because, again, that's up here, right? It's not like being confident in your body is really up here, because people can walk around with perfect bodies, like bodybuilders and all these other people that spend time in their bodies. They are a lot of them are still very unconfident. This is where you're going to start to feel expansive, right? So these things come, and then we have the energetics. That's a little bit what we were introduced to today. This is the part that totally changed everything for me, a lot that people ignore. And this is where just having that confidence in yourself and like, what is my plan? And you're going to feel expansive because you're just going to realize, oh, wow, the world just opened up to me because I am understanding this stuff. And again, this is where that motivation, energy, and ease really comes down to it, because that's what stops a lot of people from seeing results, right? So I just wanted to give you guys a couple little examples here. So this is one of my clients, and she said, it was really about the mindset for her. Within the first month, I felt my entire life change. I think she lost 26 or 27 pounds in 12 weeks. I had a plan. I had a meal plan. I did keto. I paid for a personal trainer for over a year, but none of those fixed the real problem. Mel helps you fix the inside and teaches you the tools to live a balanced long-term lifestyle. Week 6, I can honestly say, so you guys, this picture right here, 6 weeks in, not like barely 7. So we were actually just into week 6. I can honestly say I'm already a completely different person. I am so thankful. I had finally found a coping mechanism that are healthy and bettering my life. I am truly excited for my future. So she had gone and she'd lost a good amount of weight, but the thing is, she started putting it back on. She was contemplating whether she should go back to the trainer and do all of these other things. And then that's when she found me, and we decided, she decided to work with me like that. Usually it's the people who are just like, yes, connect, let's do this. She lost the weight. She made a big transformation just 6 weeks in. And for her, it really was the mindset. It was really like the stress relieving. It was the disempowering beliefs and getting rid of that. Personal trainers are great. Guess what? I did it for, 21 years. So there's nothing against that, but that's the physical part of it, right? Especially a lot of guy trainers, a lot of girl trainers too, don't understand the female portion of it that really makes it hard to adhere and keep it off. And then here, this is Amanda. I just kind of threw her in here because she is our support coach. You guys, at the end, I am going to be offering an offer, and we're going to get there in like 2 seconds. So if you are interested, I would definitely stay to the end because I do have a really awesome bonus that I've never offered before. And I have the lowest buy-in that I've ever offered. And I'm only doing it for a few days, and I'm not going to do it again. It's like my prices do continue to go up, but I'm just kind of throwing it out there. So if you are really interested, I would stick around. But here's Amanda. Like I said, she went through it 3 times, and it wasn't for the weight loss so much. So she actually went through it because she wants to be a motivational speaker. Obviously, she's my support coach. She's really my accountability. When I looked up our human design charts, she's really good at accountability, supporting each other, that portion, and I'm undefined in that area. So I hired her because I'm like, okay, she's way better at just the daily accountability. I'm better at the putting the structures together, the intuition, the inspiration, the like really motivate, like really guiding people. I'm a guide to guides. So I'm the guider. She's the accountability. It works really, really well. So I actually work with people one-on-one, and she helps support. But the cool thing about her transformation, she lost the weight she wanted to lose. And as we started to do the reverse diet or the exit strategy, the diet after the diet, again, this is the part where everyone gains the weight back. This is going to be really important. We brought Amanda's maintenance calories. They were 1,700. When she came to me, she was maintaining her weight. I think it was like, I don't know exactly what her weight was, but she was eating 1,700 calories. And then what we did is we had her release the weight, and then we did the strategy, the reverse exit strategy, the diet after that, where we increased those calories, changed up her workout plan, and we brought her calories back up to like 2,400, 2,500, as she still lost weight. So she continued to lose weight as we reversed her out of the deficit. Now what she's doing is she's actually increasing. So she's put on some weight, because what we're doing now is we're actually building more muscle. So we're doing a muscle building phase, and then she's going to be doing the Strong, Sexy, Sculpted program, which I'm going to be giving away to some lucky people. But the Strong, Sexy, Sculpted program, we're going to do that for only 3 weeks. It's a 4-week program. You can lose, guaranteed 20 pounds in that. That's not, I don't just sell that one. That's something that you have to go through this process first, because again, that would be more of a Band-Aid solution, diet, exercise, supplements, that kind of stuff. I don't feel that it's integrity and in line with what I believe. I want you to have the empowerment. I want you to have the knowledge, and I want you to have the energetics lined up. Otherwise, it's just gonna put you back into the same cycle as everyone else. So now she is at, I think 118. She's gonna start her Strong, Sexy, Sculpted Shred program, 3 weeks. And so we're gonna get her, I mean, she's pretty lean, but she wants to like really see peak. She's, that potential. She wants to see what her potential is. I love that. And so, but yeah, we brought up her calories by, and again, 2,500 calories to maintain 118 pounds. And I think it's going to be lower after this, but we're going to maintain that. So here's the thing. She has a new baseline, a new set line. We've leveled out her hormones. She did the process that we do with the feminine cycle. So her metabolism, her hormones stayed really great. And it made it easier for her to not gain the weight back. And now we can kind of play around with it very intentionally. That is like one of the awesome things. That wasn't even like the biggest one. So, oops, there's that. So again, here is what we're doing. I just want you guys to get an idea of what this is. So metabolism, all the aspects that are really, really important to this is the female hormones. We go over emotional eating, increasing the metabolism. We talk about anti-inflammatory diet, the exit strategy, the diet after diet. Again, the most important part that almost no one does. And that's like the 3% of people who keep the weight off. And if you do it right, you can actually eat more, right? Progressive overload. So how you actually, your exercise plan, how you lift weights, very, very important for this process forever. Like if you want to do this forever and have this lean body, I eat more than most people. I don't diet or anything. I go out to eat 3 times a week at least. Like I have drinks, I do all that stuff, and I keep my weight because I've protected my metabolism. And here's where we talk about rituals and habits. Empowerment. This is where you manage your expectations. You manifest your dream body. We didn't even talk about the manifestation part in the arrows, but that's all the like little extras that you can kind of go over. Here we talk about stress and triggers, overflow versus scarcity, releasing blockages, emotions, negative unresolved emotions, beliefs, parts, conflicts. And then the energetics, which we talked a little bit about today, harnessing energy to do the work, a little bit of human design in there, releasing that anxiety from the body, actually releasing it so you can be present, overcoming burnout, tapping into intuition, and being able to create boundaries based off your own intuition, your own inner authority. That is how you're going to stay in alignment. And there's a lot of tips to explain how you know if you're in alignment. And this is another one that I like to share. This is Colleen, and she lost 80 pounds with this program. She did a really cute video that's on my old website, but I'm updating it. So what this program has that no other program and no other diet has is that it teaches you the mental side of weight loss. It changes your relationship with yourself. I'm creating a life that I've always dreamed of, and this program helped me get there. So again, it's really getting to the root cause of things, and that's what I want for you, because that is literally how you're going to transform forever, guys. And so this is the part that I wanted to introduce you guys to, the Ultimate Feminine Formula. It is like right now, I've just made so many amazing updates, and the doors are opening today. And so this is your opportunity where you can actually go through all of the pillars I showed you together with me, and I can walk you through this. So here's the thing. Most people think that weight loss is just learning a few strategies. And this is why most people have a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to health and fitness, right? There's a lot of anti-diet culture, but they're doing it wrong, right? Metabolism, empowerment, that mindset, beliefs, energetic embodiment. These are the most important trifecta. This is the most important trifecta, and that you can master if you desire to feel confident, energized, authentic, and really, really have it all. So the unwanted weight, like I said, is a symptom, right? And when you decide to 1000%, really invest in yourself, because ready is just a decision, you will create a deep understanding of weight loss psychology, the energetic mastery, and the feminine metabolic strategy. And this is going to result in really deep, meaningful transformation. Like, that's what we need, because most people are just up here surface level. We need to get in here and find your unique rhythm and way of being in the world. Is the secret to becoming confident in your skin and really practicing empowering rituals and holding authentic boundaries. This is the difference between the resistance, right? The cycle of stuck, to a process where you are creating more ease and flow. So are you guys ready to hear my offer? Let me know, because I really am excited to share this with you. This is my passion. This is what I was meant to do. I got into fitness for one reason, to help really get control. And then I came out of it the other end because I wanted everyone to feel good from the inside out in a way that I don't think most people really are. So these are the things that we're going to be learning. A lot of things we talked about. There's so much amazing information. It all comes together to help you create your own unique flow. And I have this stuff on the website if you guys want to look at it more, but you are going to master the rules of the mind. Like I said, understanding how to work with your ego, tapping into your feminine energy, figuring out the root cause and the antidotes of either emotional eating or your self-sabotage. We actually rewire those things. Understanding, how do you become that 3% who not just lose the weight, but keep it off forever. And remember, you are going to be a new person, a better person, your best version of yourself, right? It's not necessarily a new person, but it's going to be your best version. So with this, it's actually a 12-week program that we are doing. It is the community. What you're going to get is that you have a community for 12 weeks. It's an intimate container for women who are here to transform their lives with intention, mindfulness, and energetic tools that they really have within. I'm just here to guide you to find them, to cultivate them, to bring them out of you. It's also a really great place to network and meet new people that are like-minded, that are on the same journey as you. right? You're going to get 10 coaching calls with me. So we get these weekly calls where you can ask questions. You go through your information and we can really create and cultivate your perfect plan. You know, that's with the workouts and the diet and the energy and all the information you need to rewire your mind. We're going to kind of do that together. And so what it is there is a pay in full bonus. So today until Sunday, and like I said, I might change it to Monday just because I had to redo this. It's going to be $1,777. So $1,777, $1,777. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying that. So that's how much the price of the full 12 weeks is. If you pay in full, the first 10 people are going to get a one-on-one call with me so that we can create your unique strategy. So we'll kind of go over, you know, where you are, what seem to be the blocks, where you want to be. So you're going to get a really good in-depth, like, go for it type thing. You're also going to get for free, if you pay in full, you're going to get my Strong, Sexy, Sculpted program. So this is what Amanda's going to be going through. I have people lose 20 pounds in 1 month, guaranteed. Like, it's super effective. And you'll also get my Create Your Bliss training and meditation guide. This is a $12.99 program. So awesome, awesome stuff. So this is the group version. I'm actually going to make this smaller because I do have one other option for you. And I think I put it in here. So I'm going to open. Oh, I think it's over here. On. Oh, yeah. See if it lets me copy this link and put it in here. I'm trying to get more efficient at this. Let's see, make this bigger. Okay, so I'm just going to add this to, if you guys book while I'm on the call, because at the very end, I have one more thing that I want to share with you guys, but when we're at the end of this, how do I get back? No, I don't want to do that. I want to bring the chat back. There we go. So here is the website. So if you guys want to snap that up, where did the rest of my presentation go? There it is. Oops. Sorry guys, I'm still kind of, there we go. I knew I got this. I got this, guys. We're great. Just probably not as smooth as I could be, but so that's 1777. It's just going to go back up to 2000. So I mean, it's not a huge difference. So it's not like a make or break difference, but I did want to just offer that for the first few days. But the normal price is $2,000. But if you pay in full, so it'll still be available, but only the first 10 people who pay in full are going to get the call with me. And if you do this while you are on right now, you can choose between another call with me, or you can choose to get a free month in the program. So you're going to get all of that, and the content and everything that you get is going to be for a lifetime. So there's also one other thing. So that's the group version. And then I have the one-on-one mentoring position too, or offer. So this one goes up. So every round things go up a little bit, and so does this. So with this is for you if you want to really tap out your ultimate potential, right? You want to speed up your transformation. You are excited about the idea of jumping on a one-on-one call with me every single week. Together, we are going to really deep dive into all of the pillars, all of the modules, and we are going to implement them uniquely to you. So we're just going to I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to hold space for you and guide you in releasing limiting beliefs, unresolved negative emotions, and alignment with your parts conflict. And if you are 100 or 1000% ready to invest in yourself and your results, that one-on-one support, guidance, and accountability, this will really help you fully embody. So this is going to be $5,555. If you pay in full, you are going to, first of all, you're going to get all of the things that the group offer gave you, plus you're going to be getting, and I don't know if oh yeah, I do have it in here. You're going to be getting weekly check-in calls with me, and you're going to get that unlimited Voxer coaching. So you're going to get me at your disposal. Plus, you're going to get the weekly calls with the group. You're going to get the app. You're going to get all of the content that you need for Ever workouts. All of that stuff is going to be included. And we're going to go over all of this. And I'm going to hold your hand while we do this. So there are two different prices. Here, the last time I ran this was $5,000 and now it just went up 500. So that's kind of what it is. So if you guys are interested right now, everything is going to be the cheapest it's ever been, especially the group one, because that one's going to go up next week back to its normal price, which is the always price. But if you go ahead and check on things, I will give you actually, because you don't have to jump off now, but I'm going to give you until 2 o'clock. If you sign up by 2 o'clock, I will give you a free call or an extra month, either one. But if you pay in full, you have until Sunday or Monday, and the first 10 people will get that free call anyways, and all of the bonuses. The mentoring, you get everything that I talked about, plus you get calls with me. And if you pay in full, there is a masterclass or mastermind that you can also be a part of that's worth $10,000. All this information will also be on that website, so you can kind of take a little peruse through, just in case you're like, I don't know all the things we talked about. But the main difference between these two is the $5,000 one, you get a call with me. It's more of a check-in strategy. The $10,000 one, you are going to get the actual breakthrough sessions. So what a breakthrough is the NLP, where we align your mind, we clear everything, reinstall, remove any kind of subconscious, anything that's going on. We are going to clear it all out. So you are really going to get a dramatic transformation. So that's only for the $10,000 one, you can't just pay for it. That one you can message me and we can jump on a call, because I can only take on 3 people at that price. So I want to make sure that they are a right fit, because I'm, just again, integrity wise, I don't want to take on clients if I don't feel like they're a good fit and I can't get them the results. And so I can get people results, but again, it has to be energetic for that part. And so I do like to have a face-to-face call with people. So what I want, if you guys do have any comments, you can drop them in the chat right now. But what I want to say is, I 100% stand by what I do. And as you guys might know, especially if you are an entrepreneur as me, and I'm a single mom, there are moments that have been really hard for me when I started my business. And it was always when I was starting to get down, I was like, I'm not sure, because it takes a lot to start a business. It's a lot of time. I have my son. I'd always get a message. Like just 2 days ago, I got this message, and it was from a client just saying, she was in this situation and that this meant so much to her. And the things I was saying helped her so much. And she really transformed, and it helped her with her money and her debt and what she's doing in her life. And it wasn't just about weight. And that's what I really want people to take away from this, is that I'm here to really, I just want to make connections, and I really want to help you, help yourself get out of this cycle of stress, this cycle that's conditioned by you, this cycle of, doing too much and having it actually backfire on you. I want to give you guys the answers that are going to transform you forever, not the before and after pictures. That's why I don't do a lot of before and after pictures, because the after is a lot of the internal stuff, because I can show you pictures of people with ripped bodies every day and they hate themselves and they're depressed and they have unhealthy habits and their hormones are destroyed and they're just not happy. They're not at peace. They're not joyful. They're not at ease. They're not living their purpose. They just have this body, right? And that's not what I want. And I know if you guys are here, like I said, you're someone who finds you want to be a role model, but you want to make impact. And the best impact we can make is by energetically embodying our highest version. That is what's going to heal generational pain. This is what is going to allow other people to follow their path, their unique path, because there isn't one way. And there's a lot of different information that we can take in to really figure that out. And then you will spend the rest of your life and you won't be distracted because the other stuff won't matter, because you'll know what is right for you, and you know you'll be on your path, and it's going to make everything exponentially better. It's going to be expansive. It's going to be, there's going to be ease and flow, and it's just going to feel so good, and you're going to be authentic, and you're finally going to be like, this is the process that I want to be a part of. This is the journey. So I just want to leave you with, if this touched you at all, if you feel like this is the answer that you've been looking for, if you trust me and you want me to guide you on this, again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just going to guide you to help you tap into what's best for you. And I have this method that, if you are open to it, again, this is for people who are open to coaching, who are open to trying something new, who, yeah, you have to be open, and you have to be ready to. That's a big thing, is you have to be in this place. Like, if right now you're so struggling with your business and you can't even fathom like taking 30 minutes away from your business to focus on yourself, then this program is not going to be for you. Because I feel like, some people will come to a coach thinking that just signing up with them and giving them money is going to transform them. But I know that is not the case, right? And so I want to just let you know that what is going to be required is that you're in a place where you do feel like you are ready to make your health a priority, right? And when I say priority, what I mean is, when you start to align and you start to get this all worked out, everything else will fall into place, but you have to have that trust. And so that's what we're going to build. We're going to build that trust, that trust of your own compass. Because once you start to trust that, and you're going to be scared. I was scared. Believe me, I was scared. For me personally, when I said, okay, I'm going to kind of step away from everything and really follow my design in this part of it, I did all the other stuff. But this part, I was scared. I was like, am I going to lose everything? Is the world going to fall apart around me? And it didn't. It got so much better. And I will guarantee that will happen for you. And just so you know, I do have people who are like, do you have a guarantee? And I do have a guarantee. It's not a money back guarantee, because I 100% know that if you already are building that out, you're not going to put in what you need, and you're not going to get your transformation. So I want to ensure you have a transformation. But my power guarantee is, if you do the steps and you show up and we talk about, and you put in the time that you put in the time, and you trust yourself, and you have integrity with yourself, because the integrity is with yourself. It's not with me. It's integrity with yourself. If you do that and you don't see the results that you are hoping for, I will work for free with you for another 3 months. And that's my power guarantee. So it's all about you stepping up and doing everything that you can to ensure that you get your results. And then I can promise you it will transform your life. That's my promise. That's my guarantee. And if this isn't for you, or you don't have the investment right now, there's no stress. And that's also why I don't do calls anymore, because I kind of sat back with myself and go, does this align with me? And I'm like, I'm not here to talk anyone into investing in themselves. You have to be ready to invest in yourself. I'm not going to try to, like, I've worked with coaches. That's the one coach that I stepped away from, where they talked about talking through objections. I want you to trust yourself. I want you to jump into this excited about the possibilities. I don't want to have to convince you. I want you to be ready. I want you to be excited to take this journey, this transformational experience. And that's how I want you coming into this, because it is all about energy. Everything's about energy. And if you come into this with the right energy, then you are going to get the results that you want. And I'm going to put it all out there for you, and I'm going to help you with it. And it's going to be really, really magical, right? Getting healthy and better comes from an investment from yourself and on yourself. Absolutely. And one of my mentors, because I've had lots of coaches and a lot of mentors, and I do believe in this, she said that there really is no transformation unless there's a transaction. And basically that means like buying in. So, if you're just looking for free, people really don't value free. And I know that for a fact. Like I've done programs that are almost free and people don't put in the work. And then I've, created things that were higher ticket, and people get the results, they get the investment, because again, they put value into it, and they put their energy into it. They invest into it. themselves. And that is all that really matters. And so I guess, what is it worth to you if you have the means and you feel like this is something that will help you, then go check out the website. If you, again, I'm going to give you till 2:00 if you want to either get another extra additional call with me or an additional month in the program in the inner circle. So, but otherwise, the first 10 people who sign up this round are going to get a call with me anyways, and then all the other bonuses. And if you want to do a one-on-one, just DM me after this. Otherwise, you can still do the pay, like the pay in full. But if you want to do the $10,000 version, then I would have you just DM me and we jump on a call, and like it'd be like an interview, and it'd be like a free session too, because I'd want to really get into it and just see what's going on in there. All right, guys, that's enough of me chatting. I don't think there's any other questions. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Glad it went off without a hitch. And I will see you guys in the Ultimate Feminine Weight Loss Formula group. See you later. You're welcome. Bye, guys. All right, I'll check, I think.